Welcome back, everyone. Last week, people up north got to catch a glimpse of something they probably weren't expecting. A waterspout formed over the Straits of Mackinac last Tuesday, creating quite a spectacle. 6 News meteorologist Kendall Wilson is here to explain how they form in this week's Weather Wednesday.
Last week, we saw some really cool pictures and videos coming out of the Straits of Mackinac. Take a look at this. A waterspout formed over the area just before lunchtime last Tuesday. The National Weather Service says it only lasted for a few minutes, and thankfully there was no damage reported, but nonetheless, I'm sure it was a really cool sight to see. You know, waterspouts in the Great Lakes actually aren't uncommon, but normally we see these forming in the months of August, September, and October. We can think about waterspouts in 2 different ways. There are tornadic waterspouts and fair weather waterspouts. Tornadic waterspouts will form in a very similar way to regular tornadoes. We have the rotating thunderstorm in a vortex that extends down to the surface. In this case, silver water creating our waterspout. These are the most destructive of the 2, but thankfully they aren't the most common. Most waterspouts will actually develop from non-thunderstorm clouds. These fair weather waterspouts like their water to reach into the mid to upper 80s, which is why when they occur in the Great Lakes, they are in shallow water where the temperature is warmer. But more often we will see these in the tropical climates like the Florida Keys, which is the waterspout capital of the world with over 400 of these occurring a year. Now, fair weather waterspouts will start off at the surface. We have that warm air evaporating and rising throughout the atmosphere. That warm air will then come in contact with stronger winds and it will begin to rotate. Now, as we continue to stretch that column of air out, it will rotate even faster, creating our vortex. Almost like when an ice skater pulls their arms in so they can rotate faster. The same concept applies here. On average, waterspouts will last anywhere between 2 to 20 minutes. Either way, you're not going to want to underestimate them, as they can still be just as destructive as a regular tornado on land. So while they can be cool to look at from afar, they still should be taken very seriously. Back to you.